This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, playoff action from a wide variety of sports, including lots of basketball from the CCS, including Half Moon Bay and Bellarmine, and Sarah battling St. Ignatius, plus girls hoops with Pinewood and Palo Alto.
We'll have baseball action with Salesian battling St. Mary's and the West Catholic League title game with Mitty and Valley Christian, plus the story of the Livermore teammates and their magical season together. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week with a busy schedule of Friday basketball. The CCS starting playoffs this week.
That's right. Our first game features an Open Division quarterfinal game with West Catholic League rivals Sarah and St. Ignatius meeting on Friday night.
A tough battle to open up CCS Open Division play between Sarah and St. Ignatius. Both teams trading threes early. There is Ryan Conroy from deep. A minute and a half later, Ethan Jude drives up the baseline, gets the backwards layup to go. It's a 13-10 Wildcat lead after one. Midway through the second quarter, Garcia passes to Matthew Oliveira Kilman. Matt sacrifices his body for the and one, and the Padres go on to take the 4-point lead. 2 minutes left in the first half. Watch the beautiful no-look pass from Dimitri Kutsa-Georgis. Garrett Kiani scores, but the Wildcats take the lead just before the end of the quarter as Jew finds a driving Alexander Reich. SI leads it by one at the break. Luke Bidino sees a Chris Garcia break free. Garcia pulls up for three and lands it. It's 24-all. Kutsa-Georgis, Bidinos, Miles Clapper, beautiful ball movement there to put the Padres on top. It's a 30-29 Padre lead, 10 seconds left in the quarter. John Squire's screen pass frees up Tyler Kelly. Wildcats up by one heading into the final quarter. Kutsa-Georgis starts off the fourth with a steal, and Dimitri finishes the fast break with an up and under, but can Sarah hold on? Conroy sees a line and drives through the paint to the hoop. SI scores 23 points in the quarter, and that was enough to win it. Jew, the rebound, kicks it out to Giancarlo Toledo Rivera. Money. St. Ignatius wins by 8 to advance to the semifinals, where the Wildcats will face Reardon on Wednesday.
Matthew Mendoza here in San Jose as Valley Christian takes on Woodside Priory in the CCS Open quarterfinals. Priory kicks it off with Shaniska Kartik finding Anaya Ogman in the corner for the first bucket in the game, but the Warriors respond right back as Jael Butler gets a nice pass from Bell Nguyen and is able to get it to go, but it's Priory up one after one. In the second, it's Ogman creating some space and locating the wide open Sydney Donovan, who drains the deep triple for the Panthers, and later in the frame, it's the Panthers again finding Donovan, this time from the corner, and she nails it to give the Panthers a 14-point halftime lead. In the second half, the Panthers are already looking to put the game away as junior guard Valentina Saric hits the pull-up three, and it's the Panthers up 15 going into the fourth. But here comes the Warriors as Butler is able to finish on a sweet pass from Jesse Berry, and the deficit is now only 10. Later in the quarter, it's the Warriors further chipping away at the lead as Berry finds Nguyen for the jumper from the stripe, and suddenly the Warriors have cut it to 4. Then with only 2 minutes left, it's the Warriors again as Berry finds Olive Batch for the triple, and just like that, it's only a 1-point game. Then off a turnover by the Panthers, the Warriors hustle down the court and find who else but Jael Butler for the lay-in, and Valley Christian has the lead. But the Panthers didn't get this far to lose it all here as Sydney Donovan finds her way out of the corner and locates Benita Diana with the gorgeous pass, and the Panthers hold on. They advance to face the winner of Midi Cappuccino next Wednesday.
Adrian Soriano in Albany for St. Mary's senior game against Salesian. The Panthers get on the board first in the first. Cole Filson pokes one to center for a base hit. J.R. Bedford scores 1-0 St. Mary's. A couple batters later, Mateo Mendoza lines this one to center. Filson and Ray Valera comes in to score, and it's 3-0 Panthers. E.J. McGrew up to bat now, and E.J. hits it deep to center. That ball lands on the track for a 2-run bomb as St. Mary's take a 5-0 lead after one. Salesian answers back in the third. Devin Olsen crushes it deep to left field. That one is out of here, a 2-run shot for Devin, and it's 5-2 Panthers after 3. Top 4 and Salesian looks to continue the rally, but Valera gets the batter to chase for strike 3. The Panthers extend their lead in the bottom half. Ryan Shimabukuro grounds it through the infield for a base knock. Nick Kambulu races around to score, and it's 6-2 St. Mary's after 4. One more for St. Mary's in the 5th as Quinn Connell chops it to left. Valero scores and it's 7-2 Panthers after 5. Salesian trying to rally back, but Mendoza gets the backwards K as St. Mary's wins the game 7-2 to go to 7-2 on the season. McGrew and Mendoza leading the charge for the victorious Panthers.
Washington looking to take down the defending league champion James Logan on Tuesday, and it's the Huskies who open up scoring. Isabella Lamont passes to Sophia Saavedra, who finds the back of the net. Sophia scores the first 3 goals for Washington as she finds the corner here, and the Huskies lead it 3-2 after 1. But Logan ties it up in the second. Ali Kelly to Samantha Wallace. The shot deflects off the post, then off the goalie and in. The Colts go on top a few minutes later as Kelly's backhand shot finds open net, and Logan holds on to the 7-4 lead at the halfway point. But the Huskies come out of the break running. Grace Bergquist passes to Iris Gallagher. A beautiful goal from Iris, and we are tied at 7. Emma Manhire passes to Shrishti Banyapadye, and the freshman one-times it home to take a 2-goal lead. But check out this one time by the Colts. Samantha Wallace off the deflection from the crossbar, just how it was drawn up. But the Huskies keep Logan to just 3 goals in the second as Grace Bergquist lands the shot from half distance to beat the game clock. 14-11, Washington wins it behind a 5-goal game from Sophia. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a wrap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Riken Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Riken Center. Players of the Week. Welcome to the ballpark. Step in closer. Look out for the ball hawk. Sebastian Espinoza. Catch him getting thrown to just to make it run. 4 for 5 with 7 RBIs done. Best weapon, no gun. Bases loaded. Never blowing a moment, but his bomb still exploded. With 3 doubles, 2 triples, 1 chosen. Espinoza shows up those opposing.
Now the way she seemed to clean up should wake your TV screen up. Press on to watch Haley Nishijima from Westmont get pumped like Chevron. Batters waffle at the plate on some restaurant Teflon. She picked 6 innings, added an RBI. You could say she has the heat, like the RB guy, helping her team win 11-1 with the same number of strikeouts as Westmont had runs. You're out. Those are your Players of the Week. Bennett Ross, Mace, Rama Jamal, Trigger D.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner each week.
This week featuring the Spirit Squad from San Ramon Valley. Coming up, the CCS Monster Game. It's the final game in the West Catholic League Baseball Tournament as Mitty meets Valley Christian.
And a thriller in girls volleyball as Bishop O'Dowd hosts Alameda. Those highlights are next.
This is the gap that opened up when everything shut down. But entrepreneurs never stopped and found solutions that kept them going. At US Bank, we can help you adapt and evolve your business, no matter what you're facing. Because when you close the gap, a world of possibility opens. US Bank, we'll get there together.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Riken Center. The Riken Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Go to SB Live California as your destination for the very best in local high school sports coverage online. SB Live brings sports fans exclusive articles, highlights, coaches, polls, and photo galleries. Get the SB Live app for the latest scores from games played all around the Bay Area and California. This season, SB Live brings you exclusive content in partnership with 49ers Cal High Sports. Follow us at SB Live CA on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. SB Live, the Bay Area's first destination for the latest in high school sports.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. By Wingstop, order Wingstop's new all-in bundle, just $19.99. See wingstop.com for restrictions and details. And by Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact.
Welcome back to Levi Stadium with this week's first Monster game. It's the final game in the West Catholic League tournament, with Mitty holding the top seed with a 6-0 record in league play. The Monarchs making it to the final game.
The Monarchs taking on Valley Christian in the title game. The Warriors lost 2 out of 3 to the Monarchs earlier this season, but looking to get the ultimate revenge in the league title game played on Thursday night. It's our Monster game, and Robert was there.
It's the West Catholic League tournament title game here this afternoon at Mitty High School. The Mitty Monarchs, the regular season champions, looking to take the tournament title as well. The Monarchs are led this season by sensational sophomore Jaron Advancula, who's hitting .453 for Mitty with 39 hits on the season. For Valley Christian, look for Trevor Haskins, the top hitter for the Valley Christian Warriors this season, who has 27 hits on the season, batting .307. Mitty and Valley Christian with the West Catholic League tournament title on the line in this afternoon's Monster game. To the first, and here's Haskins shooting it up the middle. It's a game-opening base hit for Haskins. Then with 2 out, John Simrod, headed to Kansas next year, sends a rocket to left, but it's cut off by Dominic Jouffre in the outfield. The 2 runners would not score. Big play there. Mitty rallying in the bottom of the first. Advincula leads off with a walk. Then Jouffre sends a blast to deep left center all the way to the wall. Advincula is fast. He scores from first. Jouffre is also fast. He ends up at third with a triple, 1-0 Monarchs. Next batter, Zach York, the youngest and best of the York brothers, does his job, sending a fly ball to center. Tagging and racing home with the slide is Jouffre, and it's 2-1 Mitty after 1. Bottom 4 now, bases loaded, and Matt Hallbach sends it to short. A tough hop there, and everyone's safe. TJ Hayes scores, 3-0 Mitty. Some fine defense from both shortstops. Here's Haskins on a tough foul pop-up near the fence, and Trevor makes a nice grab there. And now look at the sophomore Advincula with an all-out dive at short, then throws from his knees and gets the runner at first. A great play by the Fullerton State commit. Valley fighting back, down 3-0 in the 6th. Bases loaded for the pinch hitter, Easton Kreschel, and Easton sends a sharp single up the middle. Scoring from third is Michael Castaneda. Hustling from second and scoring is Louis Zalaika, and the Warriors cut the lead to 1. But Jake Geis comes in to get the strikeout and end the threat and keep the slim 1-run lead alive. We go to the top of the 7th, still a run-1 game. 2 outs with a runner at second. The ball is lofted to left field. The catch is made by Jouffre. And let the celebration begin. The Mitty Monarchs win regular season and tournament titles. The Monarchs will be the top seed in the Open Division, which makes Advincula a proud Mitty Monarch.
We practice every day for it. I mean, I love our team. We worked hard for it, so I'm so proud of our guys, and we definitely deserved it.
Adrian Soriano in San Mateo as Burlingame takes on Hillsdale. Bottom 1 and Hannah Levy lines one to left field. Hannah slides in safely at second as Bella Carrion scores. Levy would later score on a base hit, and it's 2-0 Hillsdale after 1. But the Panthers answer back in the second. Sam Palacio smacks it to center for a single. Olivia Fleming and Casey Lyons score, and it's tied up at 2. Hillsdale trying to retake the lead in the bottom half, but City Fleming fires a strike to Olivia Fleming to nab the runner at second. But the Fighting Knights come through in the next inning. Levy crushes it to deep center field. That will bounce for a while as Chase Nesser scores, and it's 3-2 Hillsdale after 3. 5th inning now, and Alex Bunton shoots this one to right. The ball gets away as Nestor and Levy crosses the plate 5-2 Hillsdale. Burlingame looking to rally back, but Levy leaps up high to make a spectacular catch to end the 6th. Then Ashley Driscoll shuts it down in the 7th with a strikeout as Hillsdale wins it 5-2 to go to 11-3 in the Peninsula Bay League. Hannah Levy leading the way with 2 RBIs.
Alameda looking for a win against a Bishop O'Dowd team that's only lost 2 sets all season. The Dragons' Maya Bartkowiak bumps to Lucia Tarantino, who sets it up for Kenzie Militar. The Dragons take set 1 by 10. Skipping to the 3rd, tied at a set apiece, Jenna Inc. sets it to Drew Bryant for the kill. O'Dowd down by 1 here. Zinzi Montgomery was a brick wall for the Dragons all match long, and the Dragons go ahead in the 3rd here. Isabel Yalweek sets it over to Isabel Sandoval in the corner, and it's a 12-11 Dragon lead in the 3rd. Ahing to Michelle Gambitar, who delivers a heater. We're still in the 3rd, tied at 23. Cynthia Beal to Charlotte Redmond to Jackie Moore, and Alameda goes on to take the 3rd set, 25-23. Can they hold on? The Dragons' Ava Dioli blocks the shot, finds open court, and Ava is psyched. Then Tarantino sets up Kiara Fortenberry, and you can count that one. But Alameda isn't going anywhere. Moore and Ahing team up for the block, and we go to match point. Ahing bumps it, Redmond sets it, and Gambitar ends it. Alameda beats the defending league champions in 4 sets on the final game of the year.
Valley Health Plan and the San Jose Earthquakes bring us the soccer players of the week every week.
This week's Girls Soccer Player of the Week is Jordan Geis from Midi. The sensational freshman tallied 3 goals in the Monarchs section win last week. The Boys Soccer Player of the Week is Bellarmine's Seiji Matsuda. Seiji with a spectacular left-footed volley for the Bells' 2nd tally in their section title win last week. Albany's Construction is the leader in construction for major projects all across the state.
And each week, Albany's brings us the dirty work play. Doing the dirty work this week is Emmeline Gounce, the Los Altos catcher, with a terrific catch on the foul ball behind the plate, diving to make the grab. Emily Gounce doing the dirty work, just like Albany's Construction.
Cal Hope is working to make it easier for teens to battle through the emotional stress of the pandemic.
Here is this week's Cal Hope mental health tip.
A good night's sleep is a good game plan for mental wellness. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Make sure you sleep in a cool, quiet room, free of distractions, and avoid drinking caffeine in the afternoon so you can sleep more easily.
Coming up, a thriller for the league title as Woodside Priory makes history against Sacred Heart Prep.
And the bond between pitcher and catcher, 2 Cowboys named Taylor in our U.S. Bank inspirational feature next.
People is asking me what I got on. They be like, hey, Brandon, what you got on? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Invis is everything braces isn't. More comfortable, fewer emergency appointments. Invisalign.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from CalHope. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. CalHope, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Invis is everything braces isn't. Eating the food you love, life uninterrupted. Invisalign.
We're
St. Francis, and you're watching Cal High Sports.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the big game in the West Bay League, where Woodside Priory was looking for its first ever West Bay League title. The Panthers going through league with a perfect 11-0 record.
But Sacred Heart Prep was just one game back with a chance to earn a share of the league title in a thrilling game played at Woodside Priory earlier this week.
Adrian Soriano in Portola Valley as Woodside Priory takes on Sacred Heart Prep. Tayo Sobomayan starts the game on fire, taking the pass from David Ajanaku Makun and hits from deep. Now it's Sobomayan, this time from the corner, and that's nothing but net. 13-2 Priory. Sacred Heart Prep trying to rally back, but check out Ajanaku Makun coming up with a big-time block, and that fired up the crowd. But Aiden Braccia gets hot late in the quarter as he drills his three-point shot, and it's 20-16 Panthers after one. SHP keeps the momentum rolling into the second quarter. Teddy Purcell kicks it out to Kevin Carney, who shoots and scores for three. Then it's Harrison Carrington attacking the basket, counted plus the foul, as the Gators take a 39-29 lead at halftime. But here come the Panthers in the third. Zach Zaffron dishes to Sobomayan, who fires and hits again from deep three. Woodside Priory with some great ball movement now as the ball finds Sobomayan again, and Tayo makes it splash from downtown as the Gator lead is cut to 4 after 3. Fourth quarter now, and it's Ashton Axe over to Sobomayan for three. Bang! And it's 45-44. But the Gators answer on the other end. RJ Stevens passes to Braccia, who lines it up for three, and it's back to a 4-point game. Priory looking to stay within striking distance. Rostan Olama Abanda lays it up and in for two. Sacred Heart Prep looking to pull away, but Olama Abanda gets the steal and goes coast to coast for the lay-in. 58-56 Gators. 59-58 SHP with 3.6 seconds left. And Sobomayan shot is good at the buzzer as Woodside Priory wins the West Bay League title for the first time in school history. Tayo Sobomayan talks about what this means for the team.
I mean, it's amazing. I'm sure it's gonna hit me in a couple days, and it's gonna be an even better feeling. But I mean, just for all the guys, all the hard work we put in, I know we deserve it. We've come out here and we've played hard every day, played discipline every day, and I'm just so happy for the school, and so happy we got the win tonight.
Courtney Tate here at Piedmont High School for some boys hoops against the visiting Berkeley Yellow Jackets. The Highlanders have a strong start. Raiden Holmes on the fast break finds Luke Harris. Luke takes it all the way in, knocks down the floater, gets the foul. Piedmont with an 8-0 lead. And they kept their foot on the gas later in the first. This time Justin Hartford finds AJ Harris open on the wing, sinks the three. Highlanders now up 20-5. Berkeley going to try to make a push before the end of the quarter. Malik Merchant finding Mozzie Brooks. Brooks to Ollie Miller. Miller dumps it down to Dante Cersei. Dante muscles his way to the basket, scores Piedmont 20, Berkeley 7 at the end of the first. Now in the second, Highlanders still hot. Full court pass to A.J. Harris. A.J. quick pass to Luke Harris. Right back to A.J. for the easy layup. Piedmont up 29-11. Piedmont just could not be stopped later in the second. Luke Harris to JoJo Murphy. JoJo right through the lane. Up and in. Beautiful finish. Highlanders up 33-15. Here in the third, Piedmont still with a commanding lead. But Berkeley kept fighting. Mozzie Brooks to Malik Merchant. Down low to finish the easy basket. Piedmont up 42-29. Highlanders looking to score one more time before the end of the third. A.J. Harris out to Joe Haggerty. Good for three, scores Piedmont 63, Berkeley 40. Finally in the fourth, all Highlanders this time. JoJo Murphy with a gorgeous step back three to end the game. Piedmont takes the big win 81-61, led by A.J. Harris with 22 points.
The Carlmont Scots getting ready to take the home court against Monta Vista CCS D1 opening round. The Scots on fire early. Nate Wong was a big reason why. Nate with the jumper. Now Wong again in transition, pulls up beyond the arc and nails the three. Nate with 8 first quarter points. It's 11-2 Carlmont. The Scots running again. This is Daniel Awad all the way to the rack with a two-hand scoop. The Monta Vista comes back. Rohan Shah working hard in the paint for 2 of his 13 points in the game. Then using the pick, Jason Yang is open for 3, and he hits it, and it's a 2-point game. But the Scots go on another run. It's Wong again, part of a 13-point night for Nate. And the Scots playing great defense and in transition again. This time it's Enzo Carvalho for 3. The Scots with lots of shooters. The lead is back to 10. Battling down low, Will Hesselgren gets the loose ball, tosses to Awad, who hits another 3. The Scots nailing 8 3-pointers in the game. Here's Monte Vista's Matt Wong with a nice pull-up fadeaway, but this one belongs to the 11th seeded Scots. Awad behind the back crossover into the lane and one as Carlmont advances with a 71-52 win. Awad leading all scorers with 16 points.
U.S. Bank brings us stories each week of inspirational athletes who amaze us in all sorts of ways.
Aubrey, tonight we see the power of the bond between pitcher and catcher when the two are best friends. The starting battery for the Livermore Cowboys just finished a season they will never forget. This is a tale of two Taylors, the hard-throwing pitcher for the Livermore softball team, Taylor Rodriguez, and her hard-nosed catcher, Taylor Rapp. They are right there for each other in the best of times and the worst of times.
Me and Tay, I think we've been friends for like a super long time now, ever since middle school. We've played on the same travel teams together.
It really means the world to me having my best friend as my catcher. I mean, we've been friends for as long as I can remember.
And just the chemistry that the battery has is so important. So me and Tay being best friends, I think that's one of the reasons why we're so successful and work together so well.
She's always been my best friend. She knows me better than anybody else, and just with her behind the plate, it just, me and her click and we get the job done.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys!
With T-Rod on the mound and Rapp behind the plate, the Cowboys have had a remarkable season. The first huge success came against league rival and perennial power Foothill. The game was back and forth through 8 innings. Down in the bottom of the 8th, Rodriguez gets the extra base hit to score the winning runs to give Livermore a rare win over the powerful Falcons. Rapp, the catcher, races out to hug her best friend in an emotional celebration for lots of reasons, including the pandemic.
You saw the dog pile. We were crying, we were jumping and screaming. Like I said, every game could be our last, so we have to treat it like it's the biggest game of the season.
It was really all just beating Foothill. I mean, that program is amazing. They've always had great players, and it was just such an emotional moment because we were fighters and we came back and we won, so it was a great feeling.
As this season winds down, the two had one more game with big meaning. The Cowboys had lost to Amador Valley earlier in the season and wanted revenge. The game was played on Senior Day at Amador with teary-eyed parents honoring their graduating players. This game was also back and forth, with Livermore coming back to send the game to extra innings. Like the Foothill game, Rodriguez gets a big hit in the top of the 10th to give the Cowboys a lead. Rapp drives in her pitcher with a powerful double for insurance.
This game meant everything. Amador coming back on our field and beating us on our home field, and it was a loud, very intense game. So we came out today and it was seriously just refused to lose. We were not taking an L today.
To have two amazing comeback wins in the same season gives the two Taylors confidence going into next season. The Cowboys will lose some talented seniors, but with the pitcher and catcher returning, there is hope for another great year.
When you have a pitcher and catcher that have been playing together as long as they have since middle school, they can read each other's minds, and they really play well together.
With no NCS playoffs, the Cowboys were denied a shot at a section title for the second straight season.
Very disappointing, especially being a Division II team. We would only go against Alhambra, so I think it would have been us and Alhambra in the final, which is, Alhambra's another really strong team, so it would have been a battle, but I think with this team that we have this season, I think we could have pulled it off.
But just to play games means everything to these girls who thought they might lose their second season in a row as they work towards possible college scholarships.
We were told that we wouldn't even have a season, so dealing with COVID and stuff, this season has really helped bring light to everyone's day, and it's a great feeling to get out here.
For these two Taylors, the worst of times now seem to be behind them, with the best of times happening on a softball field right now. So the two Taylors realize they will probably not play in college together, so next year the chance at a section title is really huge. And remember, 2 years now with no NCS playoffs in their high school career, so next year is going to be really important.
Young team, they're going to have a lot of talent. You know, my best friend in college, I was a catcher, my best friend was also my pitcher.
But you didn't play.
Stop it.
These two actually play.
She was All-American, I do have to say.
Yeah, she was.
I was not. Wingstop brings us the Wings of an Angel honor each week, where a student athlete talks about their favorite teacher.
Here's Audrey Salvador from Westmont talking about her favorite teacher, Eric Baran.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Buren. He's my AP government teacher. He's my favorite teacher because throughout social distance learning, he was still able to make class very interactive. And he's taught us lessons that's going to stick with us past high school and stuff he taught us a lot of different ways to push ourselves.
Our Wings of an Angel teacher will receive a Wingstop gift card for doing such a great job.
Wingstop is also honoring Terry Blanchard, a Wingstop owner who passed away last spring from COVID-19. Wingstop presented 3 athletes of color with scholarships at our awards dinner Sunday afternoon. Congratulations to these Terry Blanchard scholarship recipients.
Coming up, CCS Girls Open Division quarterfinal action with Menlo and St. Ignatius.
And Bishop O'Dowd travels to Castro Valley with boys soccer as 49ers Cal High Sports continues.
Okay, so turn left. Take this right. Now pull into that parking space. Now put the car in park. Great, thanks so much. It's my lunch break.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Piercy Honda, located right off Highway 880 in Milpitas, is where you will find hundreds of new and pre-owned Hondas to choose from. Low credit score, no credit, first-time buyer? No problem, Piercy Honda can help. Find us online at piercyhonda.com to search our inventory, calculate your payments, and even complete your purchase. Piercy Honda is home to great customer service, great deals, and a more convenient way to buy a new or pre-owned Honda. Go to Piercy Honda in Milpitas.
The Guzmans were about to close on a home they adored, but at the last minute, their mortgage company denied their loan because the unusual home didn't meet their usual loan requirements. Heartbroken, they turned to Tri-Counties Bank home mortgage loan specialist Vincent Pagara. Specializing in custom loans for unique homes, his team quickly designed a creative solution, uniting the Guzmans and their home just in time. That's a perfect match. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By the Riekes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. And by the Serena Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Kazine with Serena Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
We are back with the CCS Open Division quarterfinal game with Menlo battling St. Ignatius. Menlo featuring senior guard Avery Lee, who won a state title with the Knights as a sophomore.
The Wildcats finished 4-0 in the West Catholic League North Division, with junior Sabrina Ma leading a talented group. Do or die in the Open Division quarterfinals Friday night. The Menlo Knights being introduced as they face St. Ignatius in the CCS Open Division bracket. The Wildcats off to a 7-1 start. Soon Joe Elsey gets the putback, and then we are tied at 8 after 1 as the Knights shake off the rust. Coco Layton drives to the rack and scoops it home. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Sharon Najad snags the rebound, and Avery Lee passes down court to Riley Jensen, who converts on the fast break. 15-12 Knights lead it, and the Cats call a timeout to stop Menlo's momentum, and it works. Jackie Acosta, the steal, and after a fantastic spin move, Acosta banks it home. The Wildcats go on to score 9 unanswered points as the half winds down. Tatiana Newsom from the elbow drives through the paint, and it's a 23-20 St. Ignatius lead at the half. But Menlo erases that deficit early in the third. Danielle McNair to Avery Lee, 4-3, and the Knights now in possession of the three-point lead and would lead it by as many as 6 after Najad lands the tough shot after fighting her way up the baseline and drawing the foul. But after just a few minutes of fourth quarter play, SI diminishes the lead. Molly Ennis inbounds to Elsie to tie it at 34, and with 3 minutes left to play, Molly puts the game out of the Knights' reach after sinking that three. St. Ignatius wins 49-42 to advance to the semifinals, where they will play Pinewood on Wednesday.
Adrian Soriano in San Jose for the CCS D2 first-round game between Overfeld and Limbrook. The Vikings jumped to a big lead in the first, and Arjun Gupta was a big reason why. Arjun grabs the offensive board and lays it in, plus the foul. Now it's Gupta taking the pass from Nikhil Narasimhan and lays it in as Limbrook takes a 21-7 lead after one. Overfeld battles back in the second. Hui Nguyen attacks the basket for 2 points. The Royals looking to build on their momentum, but Alex Wong picks off the pass, and Alex will go coast to coast for the lay-in. 35-11 Vikings at halftime. More Viking action in the second half. Narasimhan over to Amay Tripathi, then right back to Narasimhan for the mid-range jumper. Overfeld still fighting back though. Rajiv Kumar dishes to Nguyen, who makes it splash from way downtown. Then the Royals swing the ball around to Laron Randolph, who fires and hits from deep, but this one belongs to the Vikings. Albert Huang kicks it to Jonathan Fu, who shoots and scores from three-point land as the Limbrook Vikings cruise to a big win over the Royals. Gupta and Narasimhan leading the charge for the Vikings.
Courtney Tate here at Castro Valley for the Trojans' last game of the season against Bishop O'Dowd. Bishop O'Dowd gets things started in the first with a long shot towards the goal. Gabriel Placencia is there to knock the ball right in the back corner. Dragons take a 1-0 lead. And with 6 minutes left in the first, Dragons tries to score another before the half. Dylan Pagel takes a shot. Adrian Price tries to get there first. Goalkeeper Alexander Rosas comes up with a big save, one of his fourth of the night. Score still 1-0 now in the second. Castro Valley looks to even the score. Nicholas Ali Nozier finds Nurse Shatsky chasing it down, hopes to get a shot off, but Pierce Medford comes up with a diving save. Score still 1-0 Dragons. Finally, the 12th minute, Dragons push towards the goal. Torn Volkamer on the run, takes a shot. It's good. Volkamer with a big goal to extend the lead. Bishop O'Dowd will take the win, and they'll finish their season first in the West Alameda County Foothill Soccer League.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
The 5 finalists were honored at our awards ceremony on Sunday, with Nyla Chate from Milpitas speaking on behalf of all the scholarship winners. More on the awards event on our final show of the season in 2 weeks.
Coming up, back to the CCS Girls Open Division for Palo Alto and Pinewood.
And later, it's the boys quarterfinal with Half Moon Bay meeting Bellarmine.
Welcome back. Let's head back to the girls' CCS Open Division bracket, where the Pinewood Panthers are the 2nd seed and looking toward a possible showdown with rival Mitty. The Panthers with star senior guards Annika Decker and Courtney Thompson bringing lots of playoff experience, and Una Jovanovic playing really well for the Panthers.
Palo Alto features twins Eleda and Alif Turngut, leading Pali to a 14-5 season, 10-2 in league. A great matchup in the quarterfinal game played Friday night.
1, 2, 3, compete. It's Pinewood hosting Palo Alto CCS Open quarterfinal. Pinewood up early. Una Jovanovic says, "You're going to give me that? Really?" Una for a wide open 3. Emily Lee has become an outstanding player for the Panthers. Lee for 3, 10-2 Pinewood. Tough pressure D by the Panthers as Annika Decker gets the steal and scoops it home. The Pali girls battling back later in the first. This is Carly Martin, who had a nice game for the Vikings. Carly for 3 there. The Panthers extending their lead in the second. Toss it into the corner for Decker. That's a triple for Decker, 32-20 Pinewood. Pali hanging close. Kayla Peters with a corner 3 to close the gap. And now for Pinewood, Decker over to Emily Lee again. Lee with 14 points in the game. The Panthers got a terrific game from El Ladine, who drives the lane and scores. And then just before the halftime winding down, and Annika Shaw throws up a wild shot, and it goes! Still a 13-point Pinewood lead at the half. The Panthers blow it open in the third. Chance Bucher with 8 early third quarter points, a step back 3 here. The Panthers outscore Pali 24-6 in the third. Decker on the run up ahead to a hustling Maya Garcia. The Panthers hit 17 three-pointers in the game. Another here by Bucher, and this one is done. One more, it's Decker down low to Skylar Twee, and Pinewood advances to meet St. Ignatius in next week's semifinals, 95-61 for Panthers with double-digit scoring.
Adrian Soriano in Saratoga for the CCS D2 opening round game between Leland and Prospect. The Panthers strike first. Matthew Skelton dishes to Parth Jutani, who shoots and scores for 3. But back come the Chargers. Kevin Gooey drives to the hoop, spins past his defender, and lays it in for 2. Now we take a look at another junior on the Chargers. This is Nate Ames taking the pass from Jacob Kavergi and hitting the mid-range jumper. 21-10 Leland after 1. Prospect answers back in the second. Luca Bering passes to Jimor Aqua, who makes it splash for 3. The Panthers still on the attack. The first shot is off, but Aqua gets the rebound and hits again from downtown to cut the deficit to 5. Then a couple minutes later, Jutani drills his shot plus the foul, and the game is tied up at 30. But the Chargers have another talented junior. It's Kavergi laying it in and drawing the foul. 39-32 Leland at halftime. Leland begins to pull away in the second half. Ames kicks it outside to Dylan Schweightart, who drills his shot from the corner. Now it's Kevin Dewey doing what he does best, and that's slashing to the paint for the lay-in. Prospect trying to rally back, but Kavergi gets the steal and goes coast to coast for the bucket as Leland moves on to face Wilcox in the second round of the CCS Division II playoffs. Gui leading all scorers with 21 points.
The Harker School honors top athletes for their work in the classroom each week. This week's Harker Scholar athlete is Annabelle Tepperson from Marin Catholic. The Cal-bound senior sports a 4.17 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Over Memorial Day weekend, Harker girls tennis won their first CCS championship with a 6-1 win over Menlo School. It's the school's 4th ever CCS team championship at Harker. Transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Coming up, our second monster game tonight as Bellarmine hosts Half Moon Bay.
And the Midi Girls open CCS play hosting undefeated Cappuccino next.
We've all felt this gap, the distance between what is and what could be. While he's tapping into his passion, the U.S. Bank mobile app can help you tap your way to your savings goals without missing a beat, so you can feed his passion. Earplugs not included. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
It's understandable to feel anxious, stressed, or lonely because of COVID-19. Physical separation, your own health, and the health of friends and family can weigh heavily on you. Call a timeout on work. Get a game plan for mental wellness with crucial mental health resources from CalHOPE. We'll help you carry the ball. Call 1-833-317-HOPE to talk to someone who can help, or visit calhope.org. CalHOPE, official partner of the San Francisco 49ers.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
DevCon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why DevCon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. DevCon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Midi wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know DevCon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. DevCon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley. We are back with another CCS Open Division quarterfinal basketball game. The Half Moon Bay Cougars enter the playoffs with an impressive 20-3 overall record, a perfect 10-0 in league.
The Cougars earning the 5th seed in the Open Division, taking on 4th-seeded Bellarmine. The game played at Bellarmine Friday night is our second monster game, and our Courtney Tate was there.
Monster game, yeah.
Courtney Tate here at Bellarmine for tonight's CCS Open quarterfinal game. Tonight we're just finding out the 4th-seeded Bellarmine Bells will not be led by senior Ryan Kioshin. Instead, I spoke with Coach Knight and he wants senior Zach Turner to step up in replacement. He says he's expecting Turner to score from all areas of the court and really be a big lead scoring-wise for the Bells. The visiting Half Moon Bay is coming off a big win against Burlingame, led by the 6'2 junior Mikola Ediger, who had 23 in that matchup. We'll find out who will advance to the semifinal game in this week's Monster Game. The Cougars out to a hot start. Lucas Megan hits Mikola Edgar on the back door and one. Edgar gives Half Moon Bay a 10-1 lead. Bells going on a run of their own. Nate Teresi finds Theorin Brulette. Brulette to Cole Desvey on the run, and the lead is cut to 5. Cougars up 11-6. Later in the first, Cougars looking to extend the lead. Sean Kennedy knocks down the 3, scores Half Moon Bay 31, Bellarmine 14. Now in the second, Bells trying to keep it close. Zach Turner with the rebound. Turner goes up strong and one, gets the basket and the foul. Cougars up 26-20. Half Moon Bay turns it up on defense here. Sean Edgar with the steal and the layup. Cougars up 30-21. And everything just kept clicking for Half Moon Bay late in the second. Sean Kennedy with another basket. One of his 23 points. Cougars have a commanding 41-28 lead at the half. Now in the third, Bells making a push. Josh Wolfbloom finds Jack Turner cutting. Turner with the layup, and the score is Half Moon Bay 46, Bellarmine 35. Cougars still connecting on offense. Sean Kennedy again for 3 gives Half Moon Bay their largest lead, 52-35. But Bellarmine did not stop fighting, and Noah Keem hits Julian Dallas in transition. The lead is cut to 8. Cougars up 59-51. Now in the fourth, Half Moon Bay up 9, but the Bells force a turnover. Zach Turner hits the trailing Michael Oliverio, good for 3. The lead is cut to 6. Score is 69-63, and the Bells get it right back. The ball skipped over to Oliverio. One more pass to Turner. Sinks the 3. The score is Cougars 69, Bells 66. But the Cougars find a way to hold on. McKnight with the layup, and Half Moon Bay is moving on to the semifinals. Cougars win 71-68. Here's Mikola Edgar on tonight's win.
I think we just needed to take care of the ball. We had a couple loose or easy turnovers that could have been completely avoided. And then we just needed to rebound off missed shots. They hit a lot of tough shots at the end there. Hit a few threes that got him back in, but we were able to pull it out.
In San Jose with this week's Monster Game, I'm Courtney Tate, 49ers Cal High Sports.
Matthew Mendoza here at Archbishop Mitty as the Monarchs host the Cappuccino Mustangs for their first round CCS Open bracket matchup. The Monarchs were off to a fast start in this one as senior Hunter Hernandez gets the long pass on the breakaway and finishes to put Mitty up early. Cappuccino would find one in the first as Jisa Gamble throws a cross-court dime to Haley Hoff, who shows off some nice post moves for the bucket. But the Monarchs respond back quickly as freshman Morgan Shelley gets a nice assist to Olivia Williams, and the Monarchs lead 27-4 after 1. In the second, it's senior Amelia Scharf who gets the long pass and finishes with a nice finger roll, and the Monarchs are in control in this one. Later in the half, it's Sydney Borland at the top of the key, finding Noemi Barito in the corner for the triple. Maya Hernandez gets in on the action right before the end of the first half as she takes an inside pass and makes a strong move away from the basket for the finish, and it's 39-11 Monarchs at the half. In the second half, me just keeps on rolling as junior Sienna Gutaduaro pokes the steal loose, takes it the length of the court, and gets some help from Katie Springs to finish it off, and that would be more than enough. Mitty wins big and advances to face Woodside Prairie in the CCS Open second round next Wednesday.
Coming up, the CCS final in boys volleyball.
And this Foothill pitcher and Team USA member is our Clover Sonoma Dairy Deja Mu athlete. Next.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By Clover Sonoma, the #1 milk brand in Northern California and proud partners of the 49ers. And by Devcon Construction. Build, perform, design, sustain.
The CCS boys volleyball finals held in 3 divisions on Saturday.
Here are the highlights from one of those final games.
2 claps for the St. Francis Lancers as they meet Monta Vista in the D2 final game. The Lancers in charge early. Joseph Wallace to Ryan Morey, who one-sets Ethan Watson for the kill. The Lancers taking advantage of their size as Jerry Fang gets it to Morey to Chris Hirsch, who goes over the block, and the Lancers extend their lead 8-4. But Monta Vista ties it at 10-all. Rishi Desari to Brandon Ing to Sachin Desari, who tips it over the block, and it falls for the Monta Vista point. The Lancers back to a 4-point lead here after the block by Morey. And after all, it's summertime and the block party continues as Fang gets up to put up a roof on that one, and the Lancers take the first set. Monta Vista up early in the second, serving the ace is Brandon Ing as he paints the sideline. More Matadors here as Tyler Cho, a nice pass to Rishi Desari to Arthur Chan, who just crushes that one. But the Lancers take the lead back. Jack Eberton to Morey to Brian Kellogg, who slams it off the block, 10-9 Lancers. Later in the second, Wallace to the middle to Morey, and right next to him is Watson. He's a hitter. Wallace Tamori over to Eberton, and that one is not coming back as St. Francis takes the second. And the Lancers will win it in 3 straight. Fang, Tamori to Kellogg, and the St. Francis Lancers win the CCS Division II boys volleyball title in 3 straight sets. The Lancers finishing the season undefeated at 14-0, the boys' 5th section title.
Time for the Be Happy Play, brought to us by DGDG.com, where you can be a happy car buyer.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to Tayo Soba Mahan from Woodside Priory. Time running out, down by 1, and Soba Mahan calmly hits the layup to give Priory its first ever West Bay League title, and they were pretty happy about it. Go to DGDG.com to see how you can be a happy car buyer. It's Deja Vu. Clover Sonoma Dairy helps us look back at high school stars now grazing in bigger fields.
This week, we remember former Foothill star pitcher Valerie Arioto. Valerie was dominant for the Falcons, leading her team to the NCS title in 2007. Valerie was a 2-time All-American at Cal and a 2012 Pac-10 Player of the Year. You can see Valerie this summer as part of Team USA for softball in the Summer Olympics.
Very exciting. Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Reka Center.
I'm Andrew Havili, and today's training tip is a rear foot elevated lunge. Ben's going to line up in a lunge position with his back foot elevated on about a 12-inch box. He's then going to reach his opposite hand for the foot on the ground. As he comes down, it comes back up. As he goes down, though, pay attention to this knee that's on the ground. Make sure it doesn't come forward. It's going to go up and down 10 times. If you want to progress it, you can jump. If you want to regress it, move the box out. And that's the rear foot elevated lunge.
Lots of great plays this week, but the Service by Medallion Play of the Week always goes to the play we thought was the best of the best.
And look at this.
What?
Our girls and boys Play of the Year winners both received these really cool belts. I wish I had one. I wish Service by Medallion made me one.
It's a championship belt.
I know. I'm champion of this desk. All right, we will tell you our final show of the season, what the Play of the Years are, but here's this week's Play of the Week.
Adrian Soriano for Plays of the Week, and we start with Allie Kelly from James Logan with a backhand shot for the goal. Here's Hannah Levy from Hillsdale leaping up high to make the catch, but the Play of the Week goes to Middy's Jaron Advincula. Jaron dives, throws from his knees, and he gets the runner at first. What a play! Jaron Advincula, you just won Play of the Week. Mercy!
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We will see what drives this talented basketball player from Bishop O'Dowd to succeed on and off the court. See you then.